are powerful.
20 years of destruction matched with 20 years of creation. I've realized, and an idea I've been playing with my daily process, is to put 20 years of intention, 20 years of energy into my daily process. Why? Because I spent 20 years, well, the majority of my adult life, in despair. It wasn't all bad, but it wasn't elevating. It wasn't like these states that I'm entering to now, where I'm feeling a deep fulfillment, feeling aligned, feeling connected to spirit, to God's head, whatever you want to call it. Feeling abundance, feeling grace, feeling massive amounts of gratitude. And that has come from stepping into this process and realizing that I needed to reverse 20 years of my own dysfunction, 20 years of my subconscious telling me that I wasn't good enough, telling me I was a loser, resenting people, feeling angry, feeling disappointed, feeling depressed, feeling anxious. Fuck all that. You do not need to feel like that. You are worthy of greatness. So this concept I want to share with you today is taking 20 years of dysfunction. Maybe it's 50 years for you, I don't know, depending on how old you are, or maybe you've been in a slump for 2 years, but really taking the time and the energy to perceive and intentionally create this energy. 20 years of energy, 20 years of absolute intensity and thought when you're going through this daily process to elevate yourself, to open yourself up to new levels of consciousness, to really ground in, and create the person that you admire, That's the goal here. Who would you listen to? You need to create that person. You need to create the person that would inspire you, because there really is no one else. It's not about being self-centered. It's about centering yourself, coming into alignment, okay? It's not about self-centered me, but grounding and centering yourself in a process to really help you embody and embrace all of the beautiful gifts that you were born with, because you were born with everything you needed. You are powerful, you are magical, you are divine. In this process, this daily process, I get up at 3:30 every morning. I didn't want to do it this morning. I did not want to get up this morning. And I had to remind myself, why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? And it's to become the man I needed, the warrior. That's not to say that the men in my life weren't good enough. They taught me lots of different things. Sometimes the best thing you can learn from someone is what you don't want to be. That's no disrespect for them. They're on their own journey. And you shouldn't be a carbon copy. You shouldn't be an exact replica of someone else. You should stand in your truth, your abundance, your expression of the infinite. You are an expression of the infinite. And taking this model, taking 60 years of intensity, or maybe it's a couple of 100 years, maybe for a couple of 100 of years your ancestors have done really stupid, crappy things. So you can intentionally take and that 200 years of intensity to change your life. I'm not saying to let it weigh you down, because sometimes you can think of that, oh my gosh, 200 years of intensity, intention, that's going to weigh me down. If that feels too heavy for you, then maybe start with 1 year. If your life hasn't been going that great for the last year, create a process for yourself where you step into the intensity and the intention. I like how those two words flow in together. The intensity and the intention to put in this amount of energy into your day's efforts, into your conscious construction of self. Like my morning meditation this morning was so scrappy. It was so scrappy. Stuff kept coming up. I didn't feel like being there. I was tuning in and out, checking the time, but I still got it done. Was it perfect? No, it was not perfect, but I still got it done. Then I went into my gratitudes and my journaling, and I was feeling distracted. And just frustrated and checking Facebook like I normally am, really disciplined, and don't go on any social media till after I've done my meditation, my gratitudes, my manifestations, and then I'll check my socials, I'll reply to people, and then I'll drop into a workout. So you really have to remain disciplined and stay powerful, because you are powerful. Sending out love and light to you on this day. Drop a comment if this has inspired you to consider putting 200 years, 20 years, 10 years, 5 years of intensity into your life. How would you do that? How would it look and feel for you? I'd really love to know. You are powerful.